Hello and welcome. Today I am going to be doing a beginner's guide to EverQuest. EverQuest is one of the oldest MMOs on the market today, and getting started with EverQuest can be an overwhelming task. Today I would like to go over some of the basics of starting in EverQuest. First thing is you need to have EverQuest to play it. EverQuest is free to download and try out on everquest.com. I will cover monetization later, but it has a free-to-play and a subscription model. Once you have the game downloaded and installed, you're ready to start creating your first character. To start creating your first character, you first need to pick a server. I recommend the Bristlebane or Verona Vi servers. They are well populated and will give you a higher chance of meeting other players to group with. You can choose whatever server you like though. Alternatively, with a gold level subscription, you can start on a time-locked progression server, otherwise known as a TLP. These servers attempt to recreate the joy of a fresh EverQuest experience, starting from the classic 1999 game experience with some modern conveniences added. These servers move from expansion to expansion over weeks and months instead of years. These servers will give you the highest player interaction at the lowest levels of the game. Once you have your server picked, it is time to pick your race and class. EverQuest has 16 playable races and 16 playable classes. Not every race can be every class, so you have to choose wisely. On live, non-TLP servers, race is 95% cosmetic, with most of the benefits of being a specific race not mattering as much once you hit near the level cap. Some benefits are great during the first 60 levels, like regeneration that some races have, but at the end is not that useful. Fundamentally, the game is based around the Holy Trinity, which is tank, healer, and DPS support. I kind of combine those two together. This concept is carried across most MMOs worth playing these days. Each class has strengths and weaknesses that should be considered. Tanks being warriors, shadow knights, and paladins. Healers being cleric, shaman, and druids. Support being enchanters and bard, whereas DPS are monk, rogue, beastlord, mage, necromancer, ranger, berserker, and wizard. Some wear heavy armor, some wear cloth, giving different gameplay and different aesthetics. What you want to be is up to you. Every class is viable in the group game. Some classes can solo better than others, namely the necromancers, but in the end, the choice is yours. So you have your character picked. If you've never played the game before, I recommend you do the tutorial. It covers most of the mechanics in the game with some light questing that will help you get started with some nice starter gear. I have done a ton of leveling guides on my YouTube channel, but I recommend following the hero's journey for your first character. This will give you the best experience in 2022 for leveling a character. The hero's journey will guide you through zones 1 through 85, and it will reward you with gear and very nice weapons along the way to keep you up to date and able to fight. At 85, you will be able to start the House of Thule expansion and follow the game expansions from there on up until level cap. I should also mention that EverQuest has two leveling paths, one being your character, but it also has alternate ability leveling path that builds on top of your character level. Gold accounts can get these points auto-granted, and free-to-play can only earn 200 of them. There are, in some cases, over 50,000 AA points for some classes. They greatly enhance your character's ability to do his job. Mercenaries are a very important addition to the EverQuest Live experience. Each character can have one active mercenary. It can be a warrior, a cleric, a rogue, or a wizard. These are AI-controlled bots to follow you around and help you level up. These are important from level 1 all the way until level 120. They cost a minor amount of platinum to keep active, but are worth it in almost every case. Currently, there are 2 tiers and 5 ranks in each tier of Mercenaries. Free-to-play characters can only get the Apprentice tier. Paid gold members can get up to Journeyman rank 5, starting with rank 1 at level 1. Ranks 2 to 5 are unlocked via questing a 80+. Dungeons, raids, and missions. EverQuest has a great deal of dungeons, raids, and instance missions. A lot of the old dungeons are open world, i.e. they're non-instance and everybody shows up in the same zone. Recently, they've added the ability to /pick to pick different instances of open world zones to deal with overcrowding that TLP servers experience. This allows large amounts of players to be in the same zone but not overcrowd the zone. Raids are also very important to EverQuest. Some of the first MMO raids were created in EverQuest, and this is great large-scale player content. Raids are typically between 54 to 72 players, fighting some of the toughest content the game has to offer. Around level 75, the concept of an instanced mission becomes available to most players. These are scalable quest-based missions a player or group of players can do to gain rewards and experience, and they are mostly repeatable. Most top-tier group and raid content is delivered via these instance missions. Guilds are the backbone of EverQuest. If you raid, you will be in a raid with your guild. If you make friends, you will probably join the same guild as most of your friends. Most servers have people recruiting for guilds at all times. Some are high-end raid guilds, and some are casual, friendly type guilds that are more like friends and family. It is up to you to find a guild that fits your playstyle and your personality. One of the biggest questions I ask myself when playing a game is, how does this game monetize itself? EverQuest originally was a subscription-based game for $15 a month. Over time, as the player base went down in numbers, it started offering a limited free-to-play trial. I personally do not consider free-to-play tier as a viable way to play past level 60 or 70. Free-to-play is just too limiting to be successful in the current game. They currently offer a gold tier subscription that removes all of the free-to-play restrictions and gives an auto grant of AAs up to level 110. Along with allowing prestige gear to be worn, gold accounts also get 500 day break cash a month that can be used to buy things from the in-game shop. With that said, the game offers an in-game marketplace to buy cosmetics and game services like name changes and race changes, experience potions, and other things like that. They also offer bags for real money on the website, along with some other expansion collector's editions that are no longer available. In addition to that, those forms of monetization, they also offer Chrono, which is a tradable in-game item that can be used to get 30 days of subscription time. This is bought for $17.99 and is tradable with in-game gold to other players. Mounts, ornamentations, housing, and others. Like most MMOs on the market, EverQuest does offer some cosmetics for sale. Ornamentations are a way to change the appearance of gear to look different. Mounts are faster ways of travel and have different stats. Most expansions have an option to buy a mount that will give you more stats than other mounts. Buying a house in the game can be done with in-game platinum, but you can buy some things in the marketplace to decorate the house and to buy bigger houses. Overall, this is a very small portion of the game. EverQuest is a great game. Yes, it is old and the graphics are not as flashy as some of the newer games. It has a charm to it that I have not been able to find in any other game, even after all these years. I probably missed a lot of things in this video. I have more detailed guides on how and where to level and get gear on my YouTube channel. I also have a Discord server set up where a lot of viewers of the channel hang out and answer questions in a mini community, if you will. I love hearing all the stories of people who've come back to the game after many years. It is great. I like the game. Thank you for watching, and please have a fantastic day.